The lights dimmed in the command room of Echelon Prime, Earth's hidden city beneath the Rocky Mountains. Built deep underground, the city was invisible to satellites and alien eyes. Here, the last hope of humanity waited in silence. Commander William Carter stood at the center of the room. He was tall, with short black hair and a calm, steady gaze. A man of action, not words. For years he had trained in secret, waiting for a day that might never come. That day had arrived. "Commander," said a technician, "we picked up something. It's not natural. It's a signal." Carter moved closer to the screen. The signal pulsed in a strange pattern, sharp, cold, and intelligent. It wasn't human. "Play it," Carter said. The room filled with a deep, echoing sound. It wasn't language, but it carried meaning. Hidden inside were star coordinates. Earth's location. Whoever sent it knew where Earth was. They were coming. "Who else has access to this feed?" Carter asked. "Only us," the technician replied. "No one on the surface knows. The public still thinks we're alone in the galaxy." Carter nodded. That was the plan. Earth had spent the last 100 years hiding its real progress. While the world above looked calm and backward, cities like Echelon Prime had grown in secret, preparing for this moment. The doors slid open. Director Lena Rao, head of Earth's Global Defense Council, entered the room. Her sharp eyes scanned the data on the screen. "So it's true," she said. "They've found us." Carter turned to her. "We need to move now." "Are you sure?" Rao asked. "Project Helios isn't fully tested. If we wait, there won't be a planet left to defend." Rao looked at him for a long moment, then gave a short nod. "Activate the ship. Assemble the crew. You have full command, Commander Carter." Carter saluted. "Yes, Director." Outside the command center, miles below the surface, massive metal doors began to open. Inside a dark hangar rested Helios, Earth's first interstellar warship. It was sleek, powerful, and deadly. Built in silence. Built to defend. Back in his quarters, Carter sat on the edge of his bed, staring at a photo of his younger brother Mark. Mark had been a pilot too. He died years ago, during a strange incident in orbit that was quickly covered up. Carter never forgot. This time Carter whispered, "We're ready." A soft alarm beeped. Launch countdown had begun. The stars had finally noticed Earth, and Earth was about to answer. The massive launch bay echoed with activity. Engineers, soldiers, and scientists moved quickly, checking systems and securing cargo. At the center of it all stood Helios, a sleek black ship that stretched nearly a mile long. It rested on anti-gravity pads, humming softly with hidden power. Commander William Carter entered the bay, his boots tapping against the steel floor. He stopped and looked up at the warship. It had taken 20 years to build. Its engines could bend space. Its weapons could tear through asteroid fields. It was Earth's greatest secret. "Status report," Carter said. Lieutenant Mara Voss, head of engineering, stepped forward. She wore a dark uniform, her hair tied back, her face sharp with focus. "Power systems online. Weapons charged. Crew reports 93% readiness. Just waiting on your word, Commander." Carter nodded. "Good. Let's bring her to life." They walked together toward the main lift that led to the bridge. As they rose, the inside of Helios came into view. Gleaming halls, smart glass walls, and glowing blue lights running along the floor. Everything was designed for function and survival in space. The bridge was circular, with a wide screen showing the sky above. A small crew was already in place, checking controls. Carter looked at them. "Some of you trained for this. Some of you were handpicked. You all know the truth. Earth is not alone anymore. Our mission is simple. Stop whatever's coming. Protect our world. We don't get second chances." The crew stood straight. Fear was in their eyes, but so was determination. A voice came over the comms. "Director Rao here, confirming clearance for launch." "May the stars be with you, Commander." Carter took his seat at the center of the bridge. "Helios, begin startup sequence." Engines roared to life. The ship vibrated as power surged through it. On the screen, The ceiling of the launch bay split open. Above them was a dark shaft, leading straight up to the surface. The lift clamps released. Helios began to rise. As the ship moved through the tunnel, Carter thought of his brother again, Mark Carter. Years ago, Mark had gone on a secret mission. His shuttle disappeared. Later it was blamed on equipment failure. But William had seen the wreckage. The hull had burn marks, not human. Carter clenched his fist. This time, we're not flying blind. The ship broke through the surface and entered the upper atmosphere. Blue skies faded to black. Stars appeared. Engage cloak, Carter ordered. A pulse of light spread over the ship. Helios vanished from radar and view. Silent and invisible, it drifted into orbit. Set course for Mars quadrant. That's where the signal came from. Yes, Commander, said the pilot. Course locked. Carter watched the stars. Somewhere out there, something was watching Earth. Helios was the answer. The ship accelerated into deep space. Helios moved silently through the dark. Stars passed by like cold sparks, distant and quiet. The crew worked in silence, focused and alert. Their destination, Mars orbit, where the alien signal had come from. Commander William Carter stood at the front of the bridge, eyes locked on the main screen. Nothing had appeared yet, but something was out there. He could feel it. Status, he asked. Lieutenant Mara Voss checked her panel. Shields stable, weapons ready. Stealth field holding. We're 10 minutes from the signal source. Carter nodded. Good, no mistakes. We don't fire unless fired upon. But we stay sharp. In the quiet war room behind the bridge, Carter gathered his core team. Voss, pilot Jace Rylan, weapons officer Ina Hart, and communications chief Dr. Hal Nadir. Dr. Nadir spoke first. The signal we received, it's not just coordinates. There's code inside it. Warnings. A threat. What kind of threat? Carter asked. Harvest begins. Resistance will be erased. That's what it says, over and over. No one spoke for a moment. Jace broke the silence. Maybe it's just noise. Alien bluffing. Carter shook his head. It's not bluffing. They're telling us what they've done before. To other worlds. A sudden alert rang through the ship. Unknown vessel detected. 300,000 kilometers ahead. The crew rushed back to their stations. On the screen, a shape emerged. Metallic. Alien. Shaped like a needle with glowing red lights down its spine. Visual confirmed, Voss said. It's a scout ship, Thalax design. Matches ancient records. Carter leaned forward. Any response to our hails? None, said Dr. Nadir. It's scanning us. No signs of communication. Hold position, Carter ordered. Weapons online but do not fire. Seconds passed. Then, incoming energy spike. A beam of light shot from the alien ship, passing just meters from Helios. They missed, Ina said. On purpose. They're warning us, Carter replied. Now it's our move. The crew waited for his command. Carter stood. Target their engines. Disable, do not destroy. Ina locked in. Firing pulse cannons. A sharp blast shot from Helios, hitting the alien scout clean in the rear. The enemy ship spun, its lights flickering. It stopped moving. We have a clear shot, Ina said. Should I finish it? Carter hesitated. No, let them report back. Jace frowned. We're letting it go. Yes, Carter said. We need them to know. Earth isn't asleep. We're awake, and we have teeth. The alien ship slowly drifted into space, damaged but still alive. Back on the bridge, Carter gave new orders. Set course back to Earth orbit. Prepare a report. Let command know. First contact has happened, and we made the first move. As Helios turned, Carter looked at the stars. The silence of space felt heavier now. The game had begun, and Earth had just played its first card. Helios moved back into Earth's orbit, cloaked and silent. The alien scout ship had vanished into deep space, limping home to report. Now the crew waited, watching, listening, for the next move. Commander William Carter stood in the command center, speaking with Earth's Global Defense Council via secure hologram. The Thalax have seen us, Carter said. They know we're armed, They'll return, but not alone. On the other end, Director Lena Rao frowned. Our satellites are picking up strange movements near Saturn. Something big is approaching. No radio signals, no response. It's a fleet, Carter said. They're gathering before a strike. A pause. Then Rao spoke softly. Some council members are urging us to negotiate, or hide again. Carter's voice was firm. We tried hiding. It didn't stop them. It never will. He ended the call and turned to the crew. We can't wait for the attack to come to Earth. We intercept them at Mars. We take the fight to space. The crew nodded. No one questioned him now. 6 hours later, Helios glided through the darkness, heading for Mars quadrant. The ship was battle-ready. Weapons charged, shields active. Carter reviewed tactics with his team in the war room. This is not a fight we can win head-on, Carter said. Their numbers will be greater, their ships stronger. But we have speed, and we know the terrain. He pointed to a hollow map of Mars' orbit. A belt of ancient debris from old mining stations surrounded the red planet. We use the field to hide, strike from cover, set traps, hit fast, then vanish. Voss nodded. Guerrilla tactics in space. Exactly, Carter said. Make them think we're everywhere. As Helios approached the orbit of Mars, the stars ahead shifted. Commander, Jace called. Multiple contacts, 6 ships. One of them is massive. The screen showed the Thalax fleet. Sleek, spiked vessels with glowing red cores. The largest, shaped like a claw, hovered at the center. Flagship confirmed. Ina said, "That's Vorkal." Carter narrowed his eyes. He had read the files. High Regent Vorkal, a warlord centuries old feared across star systems. He did not bluff. He did not warn. Except this time he had. Helios sent a tight beam message toward the enemy fleet. A single word translated into ancient Thalax. Withdraw. No response came. But the alien fleet slowed. One ship drifted forward. One ship drifted forward. A voice, cold and deep, filled Helios' speakers. I see the cubs of Earth have teeth. Curious. You should have stayed hidden, Carter replied. This is your last chance. Turn back. Vorkal's voice hissed. You are young, and I enjoy teaching lessons. The signal ended. Commander, Ina said. They're moving into attack formation. Carter gave the order. Engage stealth mode. Enter the debris field. Let's make them regret coming this far. Helios dipped into the rocky ring around Mars, vanishing into the shadows. As the alien ships moved in, looking for a clean strike, Carter whispered into his comm, "Let them come." The first real battle for Earth was only moments away. The Helios drifted through the debris field above Mars. Broken satellites, shattered mining rigs, and twisted metal spun slowly around the red planet. It was quiet here, cold and still. The perfect place for an ambush. Commander William Carter stood in the dim light of the bridge, eyes fixed on the radar. They're scanning, said Dr. Hal Netter. They don't know where we are yet. Carter nodded. Good. Let's keep it that way. The Thalax fleet moved through the field in tight formation. Red lights pulsed along their hulls. They looked like hunters, sharp and precise, but they were used to open war, not traps. Carter spoke into the command. All hands battle stations. Prepare to strike. In the weapon bay, Lieutenant Ina Hart locked in targets. 4 small cruisers ahead. Flagship still hanging back. Take out the lead too, Carter said. Then vanish. Helios fired. Twin blasts of blue energy cut through the silence. The first alien cruiser exploded in a flash of light. The second spun out of control, fires spreading across its hull. Before the Thalax could react, Helios slid behind a spinning metal slab, vanishing from view. They're confused, said Jace Rylan, gripping the controls. They're scattering. Make them chase us, Carter ordered. Split them up. The Helios darted through the wreckage, weaving between debris and enemy fire. Lasers cut through the darkness, missing by inches. Metal shrapnel flew in every direction. One of the alien ships gave pursuit. A fast attack craft. sleek, deadly. It's gaining on us. Jace shouted. Bring it into the trap, Carter said. They lured the alien ship deeper into the field. Then Carter gave the signal. Now. Ina fired a burst of plasma into a nearby fuel tank drifting in space. It exploded, the shockwave slamming the alien craft sideways into a jagged chunk of debris. The ship tore apart, spilling fire into the void. That's 3 down, Voss said. But the others are regrouping. Then the warning lights flashed red. Flagship moving in, shouted Dr. Netter. The massive claw-shaped Thalax flagship entered the debris field. Its engines glowed dark red. Its weapons spun to life. Brace for impact, Carter shouted. A beam of red light sliced across space, striking Helios on the port side. The ship shook, sparks flew, alarms blared. We've lost shield integrity on Deck 4, Voss yelled. Carter gritted his teeth. Divert power from the cloak, reinforce shields, get damage teams down there now. The Helios rolled sideways, avoiding another blast. They fired back, ion cannons slamming into the flagship's front shield. It wasn't enough. The flagship was too strong. We need to blind them, Carter said. Their sensors are too accurate. Dr. Natter spoke up. We have a solar flare bomb in storage. Never tested. Do it, Carter said. They launched the bomb directly at the Thalax flagship. A flash of white light filled space. For a moment, all sensors were useless. Now, Carter shouted. Helios fired a full spread. Plasma bolts, torpedoes and rail cannons. The Thalax flagship staggered. Its shields flickered. Its weapons went silent. They're retreating, Ina called out. The remaining enemy ships turned, covering their leader's exit. The battle was over. Helios floated in silence, systems flickering, crew breathing hard. Carter stood slowly. His voice was low, steady. We just beat a Thalax war fleet, with 1 ship. Voss smiled faintly. They'll think twice next time. No, Carter said. They'll come back stronger. He looked out at Mars, glowing in the distance. This was just the beginning. The Helios limped away from the Mars battlefield. Sparks still flickered from damaged panels. Crews worked non-stop to patch holes and restore power. The ship had survived. But barely. Commander William Carter stood in the briefing room with his core team. The lights above flickered as backup power ran the systems. We hurt them, he said. But Vorkal is still out there. He won't let this go. Lieutenant Mara Voss leaned over the table, scanning a star map. Their flagship is headed for deep space. It's moving slow, probably nursing damage. Carter nodded. This is our chance. We finish this. Pilot Jace Rylan looked up. You want to chase them? 1 ship against what's left of their fleet. No, Carter said. Just 1 ship against 1. We'll strike before the others regroup. There was a moment of silence. I'm in, said Inahart. Let's end this. 12 hours later, Helios followed the trail of the fleeing flagship. It led to the edge of the solar system past Pluto, where the stars seemed colder and space felt deeper. Carter watched the enemy ship on the screen. Its engine trail was weak. Its movements were slow. We approach under cloak, he ordered. Power weapons, but stay quiet. Inside the ship, the crew moved like clockwork. They were tired, bruised, but focused. Every person on board knew this was the final mission. Carter sat in his command chair, staring into the black. Open a channel. Let's talk to him. Dr. Hal Nadir activated the long-range comm. A few seconds later, High Regent Vorkal's image appeared. Tall, scaled, with glowing red eyes and a cruel smile. You're brave, Vorkal said. For a species so young, we're not here to impress you, Carter replied. You attacked us. You lost. Now stand down. Vorkal laughed. You've scratched my armor. But the stars belong to us. You are just children. Carter leaned forward. Then this child is about to knock you off your throne. Vorkal's image vanished. Red lights flared on the screen. The enemy was charging weapons. Ina, target their weapons array. Fire at will. Helios struck first. Plasma blasts hit the Thalak ship's side. Shields rippled, then weakened. The enemy returned fire. A searing red beam tore across space, grazing Helios and sending it into a spin. "Stabilize," Carter shouted. "Return fire. Everything we've got." Helios turned and unleashed every weapon. Ion cannons, torpedoes, railguns. The shots slammed into the flagship's engines. A massive explosion rocked the enemy vessel. "She's losing power," Vorkels called out. "Prepare final strike," Carter ordered. "Aim for the core." But then the enemy ship launched one last weapon. A dark missile heading straight for Helios. "We can't outrun it," Jace shouted. Carter paused, then calmly gave the order. "Fake a power loss. Let them think we're dead." Helios powered down. The missile passed just under the ship, narrowly missing. The enemy thought they'd won. Carter whispered. Now, Ina fired the last torpedo. It struck the enemy's core. A blinding explosion lit the void. The Thalak's flagship shattered, vanishing in fire and silence. The crew sat in silence. No more alarms, no more flashing lights, just breathing. "It's over," Vorkels said softly. Carter looked out at the stars. "Not over," he said. "But we've changed the game." He sent a message back to Earth. "Vorkel is gone. The threat is broken. Earth stands free." The Helios returned to Earth orbit days later, scarred but alive. The battle was over. The alien fleet was scattered. High Regent Vorkel was dead. Earth had done the impossible, defeated a galactic power with a single ship and a determined crew. In the underground capital of Echelon Prime, people gathered around screens, waiting. When the image of Commander William Carter appeared, standing tall on the Helios bridge, the city erupted in cheers. "Earth is safe," Carter said. "We fought back. We won. But this is only the beginning. Now they know we exist, and they know we won't kneel." In the Global Defense Council, leaders sat in silence as the news spread. Some were shocked, others relieved, but all knew one truth: Earth was no longer hidden. Director Lena Rayo looked over the latest reports. "Alien movements have stopped," she said. "No signs of another fleet, not yet." She looked to Carter on the screen. "You've changed everything." Back on the Helios, repairs were underway. Panels were replaced, wires reconnected, engines restored. The crew moved with quiet pride. Lieutenant Voss walked the corridors, checking systems. "Feels different now," she said. "Like we're part of something bigger." Carter nodded. "We are. The galaxy just got smaller." He walked to the observation deck. The blue curve of Earth filled the window. Clouds moved gently over oceans and forests. A peaceful world, stronger now, awake. Beside him, Dr. Hal Nader spoke. "Other worlds might hear about this. Some will fear us. Others might want to talk. Trade, learn." Carter smiled slightly. "Then we'll be ready for both." Later, alone in his quarters, Carter looked at an old photo of his brother Mark. "We did it," he said quietly. "We didn't run. We stood tall." He placed the photo back on the shelf. From the Helios bridge, Carter gave one last command. "Log final mission report. Title at first contact, Victory at Mars." The stars outside glowed brighter now. Not just distant lights, but places Earth could reach, far beyond, across the galaxy. Other eyes turned toward the blue planet. They had thought Earth was young, weak, unready. Now they knew better. Earth had risen,